Udja. Welcome to day 9 of 21 days of self-care and global prayer healing post-traumatic slave syndrome with sound. And I've been going through the Sankofa steps as outlined by Dr. Joy DeGruy in her book, Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. And today's step is inner strength. And the Sankofa step for today is model health, be the healthy. The Sankofa step for today is model health, be the healing that you seek. And astrologically, we have Venus in Taurus, as well as Mars is still in Sidereal Aquarius. So I chose those two cosmic forces to work with because they represent deities that express a great deal of spiritual strength and spiritual valor. Heteru, when she had forgotten her divinity, she was able to reclaim her divinity by opening up to the cosmic mind. And then we have the battle of Heru and Set, representing Mars and Aquarius. And the only reason that Heru was able to take back the throne is because Set realized that that it was his ego that was propelling him to behave that way, and even Set was able to control his lower nature and be at the head of the boat of Ra on the daily journey. So I chose those two tones to work with today: Venus, Mars, and Uranus, or Heteru, Set, and Heru. And the step 9 of Sankofa step is model health, be the healing that you seek. I am seeking consistency and resistance, transcendence, courage. These are the strengths that I feel are going to be required to maintain corona wellness in the midst of this pandemic. Spiritual valor and spiritual strength. There's something in astrology that I'm not really familiar with, and these are the passive Hermes, which the parts of Hermes, and I see them as something to do with Jehuti, of course, because Hermes is Jehuti. So I'm looking into that more, but they're on the chart, they're listed as the numbers, part 1, part 2, part 3, etc. So the one for bravery and valor is in Capricorn, but I'm not sure how I'm going to be using that information. The meridians to use today are for the liver and gallbladder, and the extraordinary vessels are the Chong and the Yin Wei. And I'm going to just give you a summary of the self-care session that I did. We have the liver and gallbladder points. Finding safety, soothe, stuck, fight responses. The liver and gallbladder meridians mediate the fight response and help us see new possibilities. So that would definitely impact our inner strength, to have the strength to not to just react in fighting, but to respond with calmness. That takes a great deal of inner strength to not let Set take over. So did those meridians, and remember the gallbladder is the one that's very challenging. Here's another chart. It's very challenging to do on self-care, but I do it. And the reading for the extraordinary vessels. Remember, I'm just working with 3 primarily, unless a 4th one is called for. The Chong is the one about the chi between the kidneys, intergenerational patterns, treats cellular memory, genetic disorders, inherited traits, substance abuses, digestive center, grandparent, grandchild, ancestral imprinting, clears both muscle memory and cellular memory, trauma, PTSD, cellular memory. Kidney, reproductive issues, prostate issues, menstrual issues, neutral space between the kidneys. And then the yin wei is the one for the pericardium, for the heart protection. The inner gate helps to unwrap the heart chakra. The Grinch who stole Christmas gets thicker and thicker with each new hit. Trauma that is left unresolved, and the heart gets less and less space to express itself. Old heart chakra issues allows us to accept what we observe, to accept unconditional love. Okay. Oh, survival mechanism for abuse. So I used Haru and Set, and then I used the octave of Heteru and Heteru because Venus is exalted in sidereal Taurus right now. And I also used middle range forks, of course, the high frequency forks. Let me do some of that right now. So the main reflections that came to me after my self-care session with these tones is to remember to look for the solution from the higher perspective, not the ego-based perspective. And that takes a lot of inner strength to, when you're reacting, to stop and say, wait a minute, that's my ego. What is my higher self? What is the cosmic mind directing me? What is, the God creating for me right now? And to look for the Ma'at solution. That's what I've been working on a great deal with my spiritual practice, and it just came up during this session. That when we're dealing with an issue in time and space, we need to seek a solution that's beyond time and space. Look for one that's from the higher perspective or the higher self, and not seek the solution in the material realm. That's what's coming through a lot with these sessions, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, that's basically it. Udja, good rising and great awakenings. And welcome to day 9 of 21 days of self-care and global prayer healing post-traumatic slave syndrome with sound. And today's edition is based on the principle for step 9, which is inner strength. And the Sankofa step, based on Dr. Joy's work, is model health. Be the healing you seek. And so calling on our inner strength to bring about healing and global healing. And this edition is in honor of the wonderful team in Madagascar, the doctor and the president that are promoting their COVID organics, an herbal remedy that is treating COVID-19 there in Madagascar, and many other African nations have rejected WHO and Bill Gates and Western approach to healing. So it takes a lot of inner strength to be able to stand up and resist forces that are trying to, push the Western medical agenda on everyone. And we're going to have to draw on our inner strength to resist. We're honoring Venus in sidereal Taurus, Uranus in sidereal Aries, and Mars in sidereal Aquarius, or Heteru, Heru, Set. Heteru, Heru, Set. And these are the gods and goddesses, cosmic forces that exhibited a great deal of inner strength. And I just like to remember their journeys when I'm going through my journey, because it's one journey towards enlightenment. Oh, Say